Hello. Hello. My name is Tina Jesse, and I am doing my advocacy map with you today. My topic today is violence against women, and in particular, homelessness for women and children from intimate partner violence as it is related to substance use disorder. Which I know is a very specific, but I really wanted to narrow down into um, how women and children are affected by intimate partner violence as it relates to substance use disorder. I am a substance use disorder professional as a clinical supervisor at a Native American traditional treatment facility, and I really wanted to pull this out because it is sadly something that we see often. So, in my desired outcomes for client, it is safety, empowerment, health and wellness, mind, body, and spirit for women and children. This is a very complex issue as it has many layers. We really need to unfold and really working with the client, really in a person-centered focus, really finding out what is the most urgent need. Okay, and the ultimate social justice related outcome for society. So this is my vision. My vision is that as we have so many people that come to me in a professional manner and that I see struggling with substance use, may it be the perpetrator or the victim, people are often going to treatment and really struggling with coping skills, maybe understanding social and emotional wellness. And so my goal is to really get those sort of things into the schools as a long-term process, to get those things into the school by having social workers, mental health providers within each grade in our school system. So each grade level has their own mental health and social worker that can really support each client, each student and their families and whatever their needs are. I know that is a significant need in our population right now. And I really focus on that. The higher educations within our school system, focusing on health and wellness. This is how I broke it down into my map. A social worker, a mental health therapist for every grade level in the public and private schools, physical and emotional well-being, including spiritual balance. Okay, so as I progress, I've really narrowed down my focuses here to the resources, starting with mind. So I started off with social worker, mental health providers. Our task is really to provide a sense of security and support. Short-term outcomes, referrals as needed. Mental health, counseling, DSHS, WIC, EBT, clothes for women and children, whatever the case might be. Medium-term outcomes, stepping outside the urgent matter and assisting women and children into the more sustainable living environment by developing a plan with a client to develop maybe a job or gain some education, might need a transportation and daycare, all of these. So I kind of broke down my long-term outcome a little bit. The long-term outcome to be my vision is long-term sustainable. By providing balance mind, body, and spirit to our youth, perpetuating health and wellness into adulthood, we will have adults with less anxiety and depression and anger, and consequently less substance use disorder problems such as domestic violence. In the body resource section of this would provide safety, shelter, food, medical concerns. So in this section, we would immediately look at the task as housing. Our short-term outcomes would be address immediate needs for safety, shelter, food, and medical concerns. Transferring into the immediate term outcome, transferring into temporary housing and feeling a sense of belonging and support from our local community. And in our long-term outcome, more permanent housing for mother and children, ensure the client is set up with medical provider and her children. For example, the Native American families are offered medical services regardless of health insurance through the Indian Health Services. Otherwise, women can be referred to DSHS or assess or even assist them with the application if necessary. In addition to any other social services that might be met. Spiritually, I would like to touch base on cultural awareness. Spiritual, the task of traditional culture awareness, local communities, support from our local communities. Native American clients might want traditional Native American medicine such as sweat lodge, prayer, sage, sweetgrass, traditional tobacco for ceremonies. Connecting with the client with a culture offers a bond and connection beyond words. So it's spiritual. Establishing a long-term relationship with a spiritual connection. Building the support system needed to thrive. Connecting the client to a 12-step program is appropriate to the situation. Maybe codependency, relationship, AA, NA, well-briety. Meetings is a Native American traditional practice for 12-step programs. And continuing to provide cultural, spiritual guidance in respect to each child and family. Referring families to local cultural communities, support, and connection. All right, there we go. I made it through it, and I'm sorry I'm a little bit over, but thank you very much.